A big deal is thought to be a surefire strategy to improve a squad. Every trade deadline, rumors swirl, and the mill cranks out hypotheticals about superstars moving. This past trade deadline showed what happens when stars are unhappy and want out. The Los Angeles Lakers thought they had found the perfect complement to Anthony Davis and LeBron James in Russell Westbrook, but we know how it's turning out. So are any of these moves worse than the Lakers' offseason trade? So here are the top 10 worst trades of 2010. At number 10, Brooklyn Nets missed out on Damian Lillard trade due to Gerald Wallace. The Brooklyn Nets sought Gerald Wallace in 2011 through 2012. Wallace had 13.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per game. The Nets traded Sean Williams and Mohamed Okur for a first-round draft pick. The Trailblazers got the draft pick since it was out of the top 3. The Nets may have gotten Damian Lillard if he fell to them. However, the Nets already had Deron Williams as their starting point guard. Considering Wallace only lasted 1 season with the organization, the team could have drafted Harrison Barnes and used the $40 million they gave him in 2012. At number 9, Mavericks trade Rajon Rondo for the future. Dirk Nowitzki was nearing retirement. The Mavericks hoped to team him with former All-Star Rajon Rondo to help them win a championship. Rondo had 8 points, 11 assists, and 1.7 steals for the Celtics. It cost them Jay Crowder and 2 draft picks, one of which was a first-rounder. The deal didn't go as planned for Dallas. On average, Rondo scored 9 points, 6 assists, and 1 steal. In the first round, the Mavericks lost to the Houston Rockets in 5 games. After the season, Rondo left the Mavericks for the Kings. Many believe that Rondo and coach Rick Carlisle never clicked, therefore the Mavericks wasted a first-round draft pick on him. At number 8, the New York Knicks go all in on Andrea Bargnani. The 2013 New York Knicks had one of the best seasons in recent memory. Carmelo Anthony led the league in scoring as the club reached the semifinals. For Andrea Bargnani, the Knicks gave up 3 draft picks, a reliable three-point shooter in Steve Novick, and a defensive presence in Marcus Camby. Bargnani has played 35 games last season, averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds. Bargnani played 71 games the next 2 seasons, averaging 13 points and 15 rebounds. Bargnani lasted 1 more season in 2015 through 2016 before retiring. The 2016 first-round pick went to the Nuggets in a trade for star point guard Jamal Murray. At number 7, a future Finals MVP trade package cost the Pacers a point guard. The Pacers drafted Leonard with the 15th overall pick in 2011. Indiana traded him to San Antonio along with Davis Bertans. Hill had 11.6 points and 2.5 assists last season and was regarded as a solid point guard. Paul George, David West, and Roy Hibbert were the Pacers' core. The Pacers made the Eastern Conference Finals in 2013 and 2014. So imagine a lineup with Leonard and George. Perhaps they beat LeBron James and the Heat. Instead, the Pacers lost, and Leonard beat James to the Finals MVP award. At number 6, the Celtics deal Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and a 2018 first-round selection to the Cavaliers for Kyrie Irving. After the 2017 NBA Finals, Kyrie Irving reportedly grew tired of being shadowed by LeBron James. The Cavaliers had made the Finals 3 years in a row, including winning in 2016. No matter what happened, Irving wanted to show that he could lead a team. Irving was traded to the Celtics for a slew of players. The second-year guard averaged 24 points and 7 assists, but he missed the 2018 Eastern Conference Finals against the Cavaliers due to injury. At number 5, the Magic get Serge Ibaka for 2 future All-Stars. The Magic hoped Ibaka would fortify their front court and help them reach the playoffs. Instead, Ibaka appeared in 56 games before being moved to the Raptors. Before being traded, Ibaka was averaging 15.1, 6.8, and 1.6. For Ibaka, the Magic gave up their former number 2 overall pick and a first-round pick in 2016. Meanwhile, Oladipo and Ibaka helped the Thunder get Paul George, so Oladipo became an all-defensive player while Sabonis became a well-rounded player. 2 All-Star selections. In the late 2010s, the Magic may have had Oladipo, Sabonis, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Vucevic. At number 4, James Harden trades Kevin Martin and Jeremy Lamb to the Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder have had one of the most explosive young cores ever after making the NBA Finals in 2012. Instead of trying to reverse it, Harden wanted out. The Thunder then dealt Harden to the Houston Rockets. Harden earned 3 scoring crowns and an MVP in Houston, but never made it to the finals. At number 3, the Lakers trade Steve Nash for 4 picks. This trade was bad for both parties. They were also in win-now mode. The team thought Steve Nash, at 38 years old, was the answer to their point guard issues. The squad also acquired Dwight Howard. On paper, the squad had a tremendous roster. Instead, Nash appeared in 65 games across 2 seasons. It was his greatest season ever, averaging 12.7 points and 6.7 assists in 50 games. but the Lakers finished 45-37 with the 7th seed in the playoffs. The Spurs then swept them in 4 games. The Suns didn't get much out of the draft picks, but the deal was part of a series that saw the Lakers have some of their poorest overall results from 2014 to 2018. At number 2, the Lakers rebuild roster for Westbrook. This trade may cost the Lakers more than the Nets. In addition to their 2022 first-round draft pick, the Pelicans can swap first-rounders in 2023 and then own either of their 2024 or 2025 first-round picks. They also traded their 2021 first-round selection for Westbrook. The Lakers may follow the Nets in the 2020s, especially with Anthony Davis's health and LeBron James's age. And at number 1, the Nets trade for Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry. This trade is one of the worst ever, not just in the previous decade. The Brooklyn Nets wanted to inaugurate their new arena in style after moving from New Jersey. Deron Williams, Joe Johnson, and Brook Lopez were all-stars. To get Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry, the Nets surrendered a plethora of players and 4 first-round picks. Garnett's performance was mediocre at best. Garnett, at 37, averaged 6.5 points, 6.6 rebounds in 1 season before being traded mid-season next year. Pierce only lasted 1 season, averaging 13.5 points, and the Nets were swept by the Heat in the second round. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are 2 of the Celtics' top draft picks. The Nets then had one of their worst seasons ever, only for Boston to get draft capital. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next time.